You see that blonde kid right there? The one in the background? Yeah, this one. He is the one that we're looking at right now. You know why? Because he's the biggest talent in world football at the moment. He's the one that has surpassed the likes of Mbappe. He's the one that has created a meteoric rise in terms of media coverage for himself in the past few years. And this is Haland. He started off his career at Molde, as you can see. Then he took his talents to Austria to join a squad built by the Red Bull company, bringing in talents surrounding him in every single position to then take his talents to the next level. His left foot, his right foot, his strength, his pace, everything was coming into perfection for this kid to join a big club. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted him, but he decided to go for the yellow wall. Dortmund has picked him up. And what happened to the other strikers in the team, you might ask? Well, Paco Alcacer got scared. He left immediately. He knew that this talent was unstoppable. He knew exactly that there was no space left for him in the squad, because Haland just yesterday took apart Paris Saint-Germain by himself. 2 goals against Neymar and Mbappe, showing who actually is the biggest talent in world football. And of course, he's not doing all of this by himself. He has insane players surrounding him. We have a squad filled with the likes of Jadon Sancho, an incredibly talented player that the likes of Manchester United, City, Liverpool, all of these teams wanting to sign him. We have the likes of new rising talents like Reina. We have the ones that have established themselves in the likes of Hakimi, Akanji, Zagadou. In the middle, we have Brandt right behind Haland. This Dortmund team, though, is still not capable of winning trophies. And for that, I'm coming in to take over. Now it was time to present the new coach to the media, and immediately I'm taking part in the first press conference, in the first interview. And of course, we gotta take a closer look into our team with 72 million in the budget. Let's start it off where we just ended it. It was the man from Molde, the man from Salzburg, Erling Braut Haaland, the hype of the town, 19 years old, and just an incredible talent. Finally, we have another big one coming into this world of football, and this man right here is already showing exceptional signs of a very talented striker. But behind him, we have some quality as well, of course. And the man behind him is an experienced one. It is the 30-year-old Marco Reus. The man that was rumored to join so many teams in the past has stuck to his guns and has remained in a team that believed in him and kept him going throughout all of the injuries he has had throughout his career. Still an absolute quality football player, capable of giving his all to this Dortmund side, and he's going to be our captain. And his successor might already be in the team. Julian Brandt has joined from Leverkusen in the last season, and he has already had a great season with Dortmund by now. He's showing everything that you need in that central position in midfield. He has the dribbling, he has the finishing, he has the passing, and he just shows the composure as well, which is a great trait of this young man, only 23 years old, and I'm really looking forward to try him out. Another new player, another new signing is Hazard. And no, I'm not talking about Eden. We're talking about his little brother, who isn't as little anymore. He's 26 years old and he is 83 rated by now because of his great performances at Gladbach in the past seasons. Now he's taken his talents to the next level at Dortmund, just like Haland. The strong offense has to be complemented by an amazing midfielder, someone that can hold it down and just help out the team wherever it's necessary, someone that brings in a little bit more experience, just like Reus, into that midfield to make it more stable. And that man is going to be Axel Witsel for us, 31 years old, but he is still pure quality. Next to that experience though, there had to be a little bit of youth in this team, and Dortmund did the right thing in bringing in Jadon Sancho from Manchester City. They knew exactly how good this guy could be, and he has started the conversation of English talents moving outside of the Premier League and having some success. And if we're talking success, we know that this guy is going to chase it down, and he is going somewhere big after this season in real life at Dortmund. I don't know where it's going to be, but for now, he is our player. Down to his defensive side, it is Hakimi, the man that was loaned out from Real Madrid and possibly is going to be returning very soon. I think Real Madrid should be excited about having such an incredible player in Hakimi about to join their team in the future. If Dortmund are smart, they're going to keep a hold of this guy. They're going to do their best to sign him permanently, because I am personally extremely impressed with this young talent who has just shown pure class down that right side. Now going on to one of the players that might be seen as a little bit inconsistent, currently sitting on the bench for Dortmund, and it is Akanji. I personally think this guy is huge in FIFA. In real life though, there is a little bit of way to go for this man to become what he could potentially be in the future. I highly believe though that he will get there at some point. He will be one of the best centre-backs in the Bundesliga, and now he is going to defend for us. Slowly coming full circle with the team, we have the one that has won titles on top of titles by now, Mats Hummels, who started off at Bayern, then moved to Dortmund, then moved to Bayern, and then now moved back to Dortmund, is currently one of the most experienced players in the squad. Obviously doesn't possess the pace, but still that experience is going to come in quite handy in that centre-back position. The defensive back line in terms of outfield players is being finished with Guerrero, 26 years old, played in the French league and then moved over to Dortmund and has made a name for himself at this moment at an 82 rating with the 4-star skill moves. A player that can easily play down the middle of the pitch as well, quite versatile, and has been playing left back, left mid, and even centre attack in midfield at certain points throughout his career at Dortmund. And to complete the starting 11, we're going over to a goalkeeper that has impressed me big time, because early on when he joined Dortmund, I wasn't impressed. I saw him making mistakes and I was like, no, this is not going to work out. But he proved me completely wrong. Bürki has been ever so solid in this season, and he is definitely one of the best goalkeepers in the Bundesliga at this point. And with that renewed confidence, I think he's going to be an incredibly solid goalkeeper for us this season as well. Going over to the bench now, we have some decent players, but there is a lot of room for growth in my opinion for the bench, specifically at Dortmund. Offensively, we have Mario Götze, who's 27 years old, and his career highlight of scoring against Argentina in the World Cup final will be definitely a memory that I will hold on to forever throughout my life. Alongside him, a player that might force his way into the starting lineup and already has done it against Paris Saint-Germain was Emre Can. This guy alongside Witsel is controlling that midfield already. They have signed him permanently. As a former Liverpool player, I'm happy to see his career revived again. Just like Thorgan Hazard, another player that has joined from Gladbach in the past season, it is Dahoud, who I had high hopes in, but sadly hasn't really proven his talents in that Dortmund squad. I still believe he can pull it off though, so we're going to keep an eye on him. And one of the main reasons as to why he isn't getting that much playtime is this man right here, Delaney, an all-rounder at its best basically. A player that can defend, that can score goals, pass the ball, and is quite physical as well. This man is a true engine in that midfield. In real life, this man has taken over the position of left centre-back at the moment for Dortmund. The left-footed Zagadou, a true giant in that position. Mbappe, Neymar, all those guys looked like little kids next to him in that game. Truly a talent that we need to keep an eye on for sure. If we're talking about pace though, this is the man that you're looking at. Nico Schulz, coming off the bench for Dortmund or potentially playing in the starting lineup, of course. He is all about that pace, and he's a decent defender at the same time. His weak foot might not be the best, but still, he's going to play a big part for us this season. To round off the team though, we have an absolute legend on the bench for Dortmund. It is Lukas Piszczek, the Polish lad right here, has been serving this club for many years, and he will be looked at as a legend in the future for sure. Now that you guys have gotten to know the team, it is time for the preseason tournament that is worth 10 million euros, and the opponents were ready. Leicester City to begin with, the team that has won the Premier League title in the past. The players like Jamie Vardy stuck around and they want more. Now, I take preseason tournaments very, very seriously, especially when we begin a new career mode. So, Royce against Jamie Vardy. Let's see who comes out on top. Now, my team was fully ready, full stamina, fully motivated, good press conference before this, and we get right into the mix. We start off defending though in the 10th minute, and let's see if our team was ready for it. Yes. Mats Hummels, crucial tackle early on in the game. From that point on, our team gained confidence. We were moving forward down that left-hand side. Haland now with possibly his first chance, but he kind of fluffs it. He just takes the shot too early. He is too anxious to get his season going for Dortmund. And right before half-time, it is some decent passing play as Dortmund push ahead with the likes of Barnes, who gets the ball to his feet and just finishes it with pure quality. Barnes, the first one to score against us. The new season has begun with a goal conceded. I could not take that. I needed to move on, and Hazard once again is the one kickstarting this attack. Skills and the turbo boost on top of it. Sees room down the middle, cuts back in, finds the man in that spot to take the shot, and it is of course Marco Reus, the longest serving player in this team along the likes of Piszczek. He is stepping up and showing what he can do even at the age of 30. He finishes it, number 11, with the first goal of the series. And Leicester were not giving up. Even in the 95th minute, they had a chance to take this to 2-1, but Bürki stepped up exactly when we needed him to, and that led to a 1-1 draw against a strong Leicester side that definitely could have won this game easily, but our defense was solid. After that one goal we conceded, we were ready but not satisfied with this game at all. So we were looking into the ratings of this game. You can see that Marco Reus was great. The defenders, Hummels, Akanji and Guerreiro, had some good ratings on them. But the attackers, in the name of Schultz, who came in as a substitute, Haland especially, and Götze, they had no impact on this game. And that was disappointing to see. So a lot of room for improvement for this next game against Napoli. In the group stages of the preseason tournament, we're now stepping in against Napoli. And this team, with the likes of Koulibaly, of course, are putting in a lot of quality on top of the pitch. Mertens and Haland to strengthen that spine even more. And a good spine from our team is starting with the likes of Bürki and Hummels. Hummels in the last game with a very, very good tackle. Bürki is taking the responsibility himself to now give the team talk. So we are here in the 26th minute as Napoli are forcing their way through our defense. We were trying to stop them down the left. We could not do so. Elmas, the very talented player right here playing for Napoli, coming in with the cross, which gets played in. And Haland is watching on as his teammate scores and starts celebrating. Definitely not the way this game should have begun. It's once again a repeat of that Leicester game. Akanji picking up a yellow card. You can see the aggression within the team. The people were not happy and our chances were just not going in. Julian Brandt trying the goalkeeper right there. And in the 48th minute, Haland wanted a piece himself. Up against Koulibaly. Gets past him. Gets past two. Now has the chance to shoot. And sadly, that deflection doesn't land in front of one of our players. Emre Can, Götze and the very talented American Reina now coming into the team to have an impact. And that impact was sought after immediately. Haland though with the pass into Mario Götze. He was through one-on-one. And Koulibaly chased him down. He pushed him away like he was a little child. It was too easy, and the 88th minute did hurt us even more. An incredible free kick coming in from Malqui, the number 2 for Napoli. The right back has taken the soul of Dortmund away with that free kick. And of course, at this point I was thinking, okay, it seems like we're not ready for this. Seems like we are not there yet. The formation, the team, it just wasn't working. Younes and Malqui finishing off Dortmund, and we had one more game to go. And we still had the chance to go through. Both of our teams, Inter and Dortmund, now on 1 point. So if we do win right now, we are guaranteed a spot in the next round. We want to cash in those extra 10 million. And to do that, this team had to step up. A lot of players have been replaced. Götze coming in, Schultz coming in, Zagadou coming in for the likes of Akanji and Brandt and so on. And immediately, the game has begun with Lautaro Martinez shooting, Bürki saving, and Nico Schultz. The pace The pace was big in that position. He steps up at the right time, and we continued to attack from that point on. In the 10th minute, Marco Reus now playing it to the feet of Haland, who still is looking for his first goal. Plays it back into the middle. Handanovic, though, pure class in that goalkeeping spot for Inter. And again, 45 minutes had passed and it's 0-0. Still no victory in sight for this Dortmund team. But now the second half has begun, and at this point, guys, I was ready to go in. I wanted to get that victory and move into the next round and start with some confidence. But instead of that, another wonder goal, another time where I am disappointed with the defensive work in my team. Lautaro Martinez has clutched it up for Inter from outside the box with a ridiculous strike. And Dortmund once again in a bad spot. We just could not score. And that was showing once again as Marco Reus has taken a shot clearly off target. And that just showed the composure wasn't there. At that moment in time, our team just did not have the composure and the power to get it done. But Haland now took it upon himself. He was through on goal, one-on-one, and he would bring us back. Marco Reus might score the first goal, but Haland might have just scored the most important goal in this match, or in the preseason so far, I should say. Haland points towards the fans, points towards the camera. He knows that he's in for a great season. But Inter had the last chance of the game, 94th minute. And that was it. We needed a victory. We did not get it. And you can tell the coach isn't happy. You can tell that the points were not enough. Only 2 points on us. A victory would have been enough, and we would have been through. But Inter have managed to take those 2 points away from us, and they have made it through into the next round. So congratulations to them as we struggle to get any further in our progress through the preseason tournament. And at this point, teams were looking at some of our players and they wanted them. Experienced players like Piszczek, 34 years old, they wanted to sign him. I said, all right, if you want to get him, you will have to pay 10 million. I'm not letting go of an experienced player like him for that low. And they were not happy with my counter offer, so they offered again, and I was like, you know what, I'm not even going to entertain that idea anymore. Piszczek is going to remain a part of this team, and he's going to retire at Dortmund, and for that reason he is standing up and leaving. Now on the right hand side of your screen, you can see the wingers that we have in our team at the moment, and the clear issue of not having any big boy coming off the bench that can have an impact in the positions of Hazard and Sancho. On the left hand side though of your screen, you can see me looking at Salzburg players, and specifically Hwang Hee-chan. This man knows Haland. These two have played really well together, and for that reason I want him. But before we do that, Dortmund had a 76 rated Wolf out on loan. We recalled him and he grew to a 77. So finally we do have an option on the bench for the wings, and immediately we go into negotiations with Salzburg. 15 million. I was willing to pay anything for this man to join into my club, and immediately Hwang Hee-chan, his club has accepted, and he will be a part of our team if we get the negotiations right here at this beautiful dinner table. 15 million transfer fee, a 23-year-old talented player, and I would love to see him on the bench for us. A player that could put some pressure on Haland to keep on continuing to perform, because right now at Dortmund there is no one that can really challenge Haland and Reus in that striking spot. So we went in, we offered him a 4-year contract, we offered him 40,000 in terms of wages, and that will hopefully lead to a signing, and it does. With that signing, guys, we have just brought in a massive player for the bench. Finally, with Wolf, his addition, recalling him from his loan, bringing in Hwang Hee-chan from Salzburg, which would take our team to the next level on the bench. I am pretty sure that we are set up right now for a great season ahead, and we still have a decent amount of money to spend. More than 50 million still in the club. But I will have to admit that other teams were not giving up on our players, and specifically this time it is Jurgen Klopp returning to Dortmund asking to buy one of their best players, one of their rising talents, and Akanji was the one that he wanted to play alongside Van Dijk, I'm guessing, but that is not an offer that I can entertain. 50 million is what I'm asking for, because personally, genuinely, I don't want to let him go. I wasn't prepared to take our team apart already. I wasn't prepared to let go of any of the bigger players in the squad. Klopp offered 27 mil. I said no, go back to Liverpool, have your fun time winning Champions League titles, but you're not getting Akanji. Again, they come back again. This time around, it is Paris Saint-Germain. All the teams in the world are going for Dortmund players, and this time it was big. Marco Reus for 60 mil. Not happening, mate. Okay? Paris Saint-Germain, all your oil money, you will have to spend it all, okay? I'm asking for 200 million for a player that is worth below 50 mil. You know why? Because I want to show them that they have wasted their time coming over and asking for one of the best players of my team to leave right now in such a crucial moment. It wasn't happening. And guys, what was happening was the Champions League draw. Dortmund are coming up against incredible sides in the Champions League as we take a look at Group A, B, C and D, but we are seated in Group F with Barcelona and Inter. That is going to be a very tough one. And talking about a tough one, guys, we are about to go into a battle against our arch nemesis, Dortmund against Bayern Munich for the Super Cup final in the beginning of the next episode. I'm hoping that you guys enjoyed the first episode of the cinematic career mode, because it was a joy to record. I am motivated as ever, and I hope you guys will be subscribing to the channel, liking this video and turning on notifications to see the next part of this beautiful story. Have a great day, take care, peace.